Hello everyone, and welcome back to All the Bones of Summer with the Bronze Brotherhood. After the last episode, after nearly losing loot to a Morthaki attack, her father, Wowen, decided he wanted to stand next to her in the coming battle. Baldric is going to come as well, as is her boyfriend, Stormwrath. Meanwhile, Dorgan is going to lead newcomer Geneva and Daglop, and along with Fifthwake, to scout out the final location. They're just going to patrol that, make sure it's safe, and possibly engage it later. I'm not entirely sure yet. While all this is happening, Powda is going to go over to Luna Tannery and basically secure it, make sure it's defenses, everything like that. So we got 2 groups of 4, 1 group of 1. Should be fine. 57 days until next incursion. How long is it going to take Loot and her team here? So, hang on. That is Baldric, Loot, Storm, and Wowen. Right? Yeah. So how long is it going to take for them to get there? Actually, did not... about 27 days. Okay. So yeah, we're going to scout these locations. This place is going to be assaulted. And then we're going to see what happens. And you're going to go pair defense over here, I think. Just in case we get an incursion while doing this. Okay, well we can't actually attack that spot, so you guys just patrol it. Okay, and here we go. This is the next location. We're going right in. Baldric, Loot, Storm, and Wowen. Where we find ourselves. The daughter of a renowned warrior. Must have had some dramatic tales around the dinner table growing up, eh? Fighting Draven wasn't dramatic, it was just something your father's friends did. A life where you could trace your whole family tree within a few miles, now that seemed far-fetched. Can you imagine sleeping in the same house your whole life? Guilty. Might not be so bad, having your own domain. If you're boring, maybe. I mean, on the one hand, I'm inclined to this one because that's my existence. On the other hand, I feel like we need to roll dice. High is this, low... low is this, high is that. Low, okay, so it might not be so bad having your own domain. Spend enough time out there with a band of heroes and you start to forget that we might be the strange ones. There's something to be said for having some stomping grounds that you can make a part of yourself. I think about it sometimes. A friend gave this to me before I left to join the Bronze Brotherhood. She said to hang it above my hearth when I got one. It's supposed to keep a home sturdy and safe. I don't know if or when I'll settle into one place, and I know you're not done yet. But maybe when you found that domain, it could be hung above yours. Your friend wouldn't mind? Nah. Well then. If I get cut down by a Draven right after this, you're gonna feel real silly. I mean, he is gonna retire soon, right? So yeah, maybe not. Hearth Talisman. So, with the power of a friend's gift, you hope to bring it on in your own home someday. So yeah, sure, why not? Take it. Okay, Raid Knight, Herbert, Devon. Okay, nothing we haven't seen before. We got a water spirit. Does anyone need a water weapon? And before I do anything stupid, okay, your wand is basic. Water, artifact, basic. Okay, so Storm or Baldric could get it. I'm gonna personally vote for Storm just because he has nothing else going for him really. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna go here. Say here. And blam! And why don't you just run right up there into the fray as a squishy mystic to get your wand enchanted with water. There we go. Water wand. And yeah, maybe you can get an attack while he's running, huh? Storm is fine. Stormthroat is dead. Everything looks good to me. Now, how about we prevent that from happening again, huh? Baldric, use those wings of yours! Fly, Baldric, fly! And take out the dart. And we can see that this place is basically trapped, so I'm not going to fall for that just yet. Instead, I'm going to hang out here and see if it comes closer to you. Which it did! Excellent! So now we still have a haunt somewhere. And an even. And a stump. Okay, so that's probably the haunt. So here we have the Deven and the stump. Smash. Swap. Fly over. And stab. You know, the Draven must be really pissed off that Baldric has these wings, because those are like... That's like a Draven thing, is that they like wings and dragons and birds. So, Baldric being a dragon hunting a winged dragon hunter is kind of like ultimate heresy for them. Baldric is the bane of Draven in every sense of the term. Baldric and Lute should have this under control between the two of them. And Wowen, while fighting Draven, is giving a Storm a stern talking to about dating his daughter. That's what I see happening right here. You see what he just did to that Raid Knight? That's what you'll do if you, that's what he'll do to you if you break his daughter's heart. Ah! Well, that's uncomfortable. Hey, you know what would be great? How about... Okay, yeah, we killed the Raid Knight. Then it interviews with that, and can you stop someone from moving? You can only stop him from moving. Okay. Swap, and just move the hell out over there. These guys need your help, guys. They could use a hand. I don't think that's actually helping any. Okay, they're poisoned. Okay. There we go. Wowen's in trouble here. Come on, Baldric, we need you here. Sneak attack! There we go. Okay, a little bit dicey, but we're alright. And who could use some more armor? Maybe... Oh, not Storm. Storm needs armor. Phew. Glad that's over. You okay, Baldric? You don't need to worry about me, Wowen. I had it handled. Well, look, there's a building over there. Nice of the roof to have holes in it so we can look around. Hey, come check this out. We found a dead body. Grats. No, I mean, yes, he's dead. Don't you see? Look at the shield! Company of the Dragon's Paw? Anybody? No? This is the shield of Branven. Didn't help him much, did it? So, someone gains an artifact shield. An impressive shield that used to belong to an old folk hero. Take 1 less damage from non-flanking attacks. Wowen is going to retire. Actually, you know what? Lute, you got a fancy new axe. Why don't you take it? And speaking of... So, I feel like... Lute, Storm, and Wowen are gonna hang here and secure this spot. While Baldric, being the Dragon Hunter, is going to attack the Draven Warlord with, Geneva. I kind of want to drop Daglop because he is only level 1, but at the same time, Powda is pretty far away, and he has to gain experience somehow, you know. So yeah, we'll just wait on this research site, and that's secured. What do we get? Our younger generation needs stuff. We need stuff here. Daglop, you know what? Have something. And there we go. And here we go. This is going to be it, the final encounter of the campaign of this chapter. Betrayal at Weldwall. Weldwall is the ruin of Elnish city of Uneth. It smells faintly of eggs. Warlord! Warlord! Scouts have spotted soft skulls down the wet road. They come protected by trunk and muck and murk flow. Sending the wingkin away seems foolish now. But it is as I said to her, for Thrall does not forget us. Up there is Tava, see? Tava is always a lucky vision for me. Since I first saw, good marking, symbol, sign, of the great fate that reached out for me. The company approaches by way of a slim road that strays through a sulphurous swamp. It's good thinking, Geneva. We'll get inside the old walls without a fight. We'll see whether it works or not. I'm sick of feeling like we're following orders, some kind of lizard politics at work. Those Draven aren't unready. Expect the worst. At the end of the path, the ruins begin. Past them swells a misted slope. Hilltops are for warlords. Can we survive the climb? Scatter his fires, shred his flags, and I'll wager he'll come down to us. 3 Skull Ward. Okay then. Destroy Thraven's 2 bony banners. Thraven will keep coming. Excellent! Destroy Thraven's 2 bony banners. Okay, where are those 2 banners? Don't see any banners, but... okay. I guess we'll do some minor splitting up. Okay, we got something. We got a door there. And what else we got? I don't know, Dorgan, stick with Daglop for now. Baldric. I clicked too far. It occurs to me that we have 3 hunters. That might not be the best call. But... okay, if there's a flag around here, this feels like it would be it. Okay, yeah, that's a banner there. Do I want to send Daglop to scout? I kind of do. We'll have Dorgan stay behind, I guess, and we're kind of sort of follow him. Not really. I'm honestly not sure. We'll do some silk stepping, and they'd be able to see you from here, most likely. Honestly. What do I do with you? What do I do with you? I don't know. Run over here, maybe. I'm not sure if this is going to help at all. I think they saw us. Oh yeah, they see us. They know we're here. Of course, every round we have, there's more Draven coming. So, not great. Okay, well, if they didn't see us before, they certainly do now. Use some fire! Aha! Take that! Okay, he can't actually go there. Okay, do that! Geneva! Do that! And you open that door. Oh, there's another one. Oh, that's a raid knight. You know, for now, you just hide, why don't you? Can I don't know what I'm doing with this guy, but I'm getting him away from the fire and the darts ambush. That's about all I know. Aw, dang it. Come on. Okay, he's harassing Baldric. Okay, we got some more stuff. That's less than fantastic. Okay, there we go. Untouchable. Wolf Call. Interfuse with this. Splinter Blast all of you. Okay, and can you get close enough to the... Can you not attack it? Nuts. Okay, no, we can't attack it. Looks like we're gonna have to get up there and destroy it. You know, I don't like him being there. Daglop, you just chill. I'm sure we'll be fine without you. For the time being. Not the best option here. But it's all we got, really. Daglop scouting, it's fine. It's fine, Daglop is scouting. Oh, okay, he's... Raid Knight's coming! Raid Knight's coming! Okay, Daglop, now's your chance! Get rid of the bird! Shoo! Oh, balls, that's bad. That was a bad call, actually. That was probably a bad call. Attack! Okay, we got this to deal with now. Nope, fight! And... You know what? Fine. Interfuse. Blazing Sword, yes! Blazing Sword! Okay. Let's get you over here. And... throw net. No, that's not gonna help. This probably also isn't gonna help. Okay, let's just park you here. The two of you can maybe deal with this together. Okay, one dart dealt with. I should have moved Baldric because he's right next to an interfuse thing by Devin. You keep dodging. Untouchable. Yep, that's bad. That's bad. Attack! And flee! Flee, Daglop, flee! Fifthwig's got you covered! Kind of! In the sense of the term! Is there anything you can interfuse with here? Not really. So, you know what? I don't know, man. Splinter Blast? Sure, why not? That did absolutely nothing. Excellent. Fantastic. I am glad that I tried that. Oh boy. If I can do the same thing here. Yes. Okay. Again, not fantastic. But hey. You're very close. Geneva just needs to get that final hit in, and Daglop just needs to keep dodging and running. Geneva, now! Trava's Scrollish showed Vashal attacking them, biting their backs. Now we thunder and fling. Now we catch them like frogs between clutching claws. Warlord, we shall fly to victory o'er the Veld. The Warlord's bellow blacks out the sound for a thought-barren moment. Then he comes charging down to here. Roar! Thuvayn is taller and louder than before, less light in his step, more imposing. There's more thought in every shift and bark. His bone wings play ceaseless death music. Oh, great. Fantastic. Wunderbar. I'm slightly concerned. Daglop, run! Run! Meet up with the others! Fifthwig! Yeah, not the best idea to go next to this thing, but we don't really have too many options here. And do that! That did nothing. Excellent! Fantastic! Can things stop coming now? That would be great. Oh boy. Flash cone! Wait, and wait. Probably should have had them attack first, in hindsight. But maybe they can get a sneak attack on Thuvayn. I don't know. Or this Terror Bird. That might also work. This is a lot more Draven than I was hoping. Untouchable. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. No, Dorgan! Ah! His heart drums against his ribs. His veins flow with primal fire. He hears its whisper as he did that first day when it climbed his arms and tickled his sides. It promises a swift and beautiful end. And I'm not ready for that. His one potency minus 1 health. Duncan dies exploding and deal 11 damage to 3 nearby enemies. Are you even near any enemies? I don't know. Swift and beautiful? We gotta try. Oh yeah, he's near enemies. He only has to let go. The flames leap like a tightly coiled spring and surround him. They blend into one and burst, raining fire on their foes. That'll help. Thank you, Dorgan. I don't know how much he helped, but hopefully it'll be enough. I'll tell your son and granddaughter everything. But what about you? What do we do about you? Geneva, can you get behind it? Problem is this. He's got 2 mystics on him. And a stump. I think we need to fall back. Get back to Baldric. Geneva sneaking in behind. And we got Daglop somewhere. They might provide aid somehow through all this. If Geneva and Daglop can get sneak attack damage on him, then that would be a great help. I don't think you're going to be able to help with that, but maybe it'll help with that, maybe. Get behind him. Just need to take out Thuvayn. 4 damage, 5 block. That was nothing. And hobble it. I guess do everything you can. The big guy needs to go down. Daglop's got these ones occupied, if nothing else. Baldric! No, Baldric! You still up? Not exactly. Don't need fifth week. This would kill him. This would kill the boss. But I don't know if he's that far away. Could we finish him without it? Low, high. That's a 6 out of 6. Goodbye, Baldric. Baldric hurls himself forward for the final strike. Rah! Baldric! Baldric, what do you think you are? We still have the rest. shit. The big guy's gone. But we still have the rest. That's a less than fantastic note to end on, huh? Daglop, don't you dare! We already lost 2! Alright, I'm sorry, I'm making a call. Daglop is maimed and nothing else. I'm not losing a third in this fight! It's bad enough that we lost 2 of our elders! At least they didn't die in vain. Come back here! You'll pay much for what you've done! Do you have any idea what you've done? Torgin and Baldric, they're both gone! They're both gone forever! They had kids! And grandkids! Maybe that makes it better, I don't know. This is for Baldric! This is for Geneva's father! Seriously, Daglop, you couldn't have milked out 1 more experience point? For all that happened, Daglop, you couldn't have 1 more experience point! Well, I don't think this is going to help anyone, unfortunately. So we'll salvage that. Potency. Geneva, I guess. In his summer eyes, the mist and grey wet grime of this earth have gotten on everything. Warlord. Bifwig. With a groan, his huge hand grips the crossbow from the dirt. No! Get! Bifwig! Whoosh! Scrape! Killed the bird. Crumpling his bow and shaking fingers, Thuvayn dies, rolling a low Draven curse moan in his throat. Wield. Elsewhere. Winken! You did not know! Your return was not barked by the bird's keeper. I cannot return to a place I have not been. I left my warlord in danger and came further than expected to find you. Where is Rashal? You must leave him too. I wish for a fire to dry the cloud's kiss off my back. Drasak Territor, Mor Aldwin Tila Lukten, Thalos Isos Territor, Moramadir Leva Thuren. The demon chants mage word, his voice cutting practiced patterns into candle-sweet air. Ris Prime Disract Herod Missius, Mor Mul Ina Altu no In, Thalos Tassat Terrat Missius, Mor Sil Avayo In. Sorry, his voice makes me cough. And finally, in flat-hammered Yandrek he sings. Summer follows spring, follows winter, follows fall. Shadows follow, moonrise follows, sunshine follows squall. And fire one day follows fire. This moon's for remembering. They camp at Weldwall after seeing to the dead. Hard to count the turns that took us here sometimes. In this ancient place, what did you see, Moon? Beauty, pain, destruction, and now us. A city once sprawled in sight of this rock. Now it's only monuments. They hunch dark and decay. Something is over that night. Something has begun. Mishral, Thuvayn is your warlord. Thuvayn is barely Draven. He speaks Yandrik better than Druvrel. The dragon turns its head to each voice, and makes no noise of its own. That's a cow! His gaze is a geode of every impossible wish I ever harbored. Throvians? No. In his summer eyes, warm infinities of intellect. In his supple mouth, a smile as hungry as the sun. Winkin Pyarch, you are fortunate enough to stand on the bridge between mean history and the sum of a Draven age. A mended people we now are. It is a bridge I built. Did you? From where I perch, I see a Drav who has laid all his labors on broader, fitter backs. My back was bent, my future borrowed, even as I tumbled from the egg. You could never comprehend my life, Winken, if you could live it all in Cybic poem. Only my blood was fit. It is dragon blood. Thravian may as well be an ox and let him be slaughtered as one. Our people are here! Their king! The Summer King is here! What I think you mean is, he is dead. Thravian was meant to die at the Weldwall. Did I not understand you rightly? In that moment, no dissemblance can form between the demon's jaws, so he shuts them. I ought not to have left him. I am glad that you did, Pyarch, sister. His voice nests in you. It's not only Pyarch's rigid purpose that is shattered then, and remade. The long-settled fate of all things is refigured. A dragon has spoken. Summer King, Kavan, call me. Titles are for creatures who crawl and crave authority. The truth of me is crown enough. Kavan, egg-wet little wonder, you cannot know who Thravian is, or was? His might and force of will are what made your hatching possible, are what made our people strong. And yet I can hear in your voice, sister, a sorrow. He did not listen to you, did he? His ear was wadded with honors, maybe? Summer King, she is not! My name is Kavan. Call me my name. You are old for your kind and seemingly forgetful, so I will excuse it. You should correct yourself. He's alive now and alert. Do you believe you will control him, too? My listening is sword sharp. Be warned and be quiet. For now I shall think, and I shall eat. Ox would be good, and sheep, and onions. My gathering thoughts see a picture of the world undragoned. I do not know what has passed in those years, but I am sure it all wants meaning. That is what I shall give it, I suppose. The night will age and grey. It will be buried in orange light. The first night of Kavan's relief is musically quiet. A pregnant rest preceding the world's next movement. Baldric Fenfield fell in battle at Swiss Spruce Timbers. This is so hard. What is best? We shall construct a tomb to commemorate his story. Bury him quietly near his family. I think we gotta add him to the legacy. He was one of the starting four. There's no way. Dorgan Roos fell in battle at Swiss Spruce Timbers. I'm so sorry to see you go, Dad. Shall construct a tomb to commemorate his story. Yeah, let's bury him. I'm assuming this means he stays updated, like with the fire theme and all. I would prefer that. So let's build a tomb. And that is it for Chapter 3, everyone. We have earned 14 years of peace. What has happened in that time? Now that the job wasn't quite as dangerous, Daglot became a guide to travelers crossing the more treacherous stretches of swamp and mountain. Lute and Storm's wedding followed river tradition. They placed painted stones in a boat to represent all the caresses of their old lives. Then they sent it downstream. The night celebration would carry on long, inspiration to 100 lovers who came after. Regretting a choice, or just that you left your fishing pole? How'd you know? We could just sit and fish here, couldn't we? Geneva was approached by an old acquaintance who told her, "The offer still stands." With a smirk, Geneva asked if the woman really hadn't found anyone better to bother since then. "What's the matter, boy? Something wrong? I'm afraid little Timmy's fallen down the well." Storm finally translated the 5 Circles of the Wind, a story about monks who could send messages through the clouds. The muscles in Powder's back began to knot more tightly in the mornings, and it took longer to unwind them. He was far too proud to mention it to anyone, though. From nest to wing, the dragon was insatiable. His curious palate wandered. Yeah, he ate the bird. Growing in bone and weight and wit, he left few creatures unawed. The Draven, once united behind Thrarvian, soon forgot their old lord. Even had none of them pledged for Kavan, dragon gravity would bent a nation up around him. Kavan's early years passed unmarked by human eyes, well beyond the wilds where even hill painters went. If the predations and hunts of tribute had stayed in those places, likely all would have turned out differently. I'd keep fighting if I could, but muscles tire eventually after years of hard use. Not that you'd know about. Have you ever used Muscle Storm? I have muscles. Woan Fimwar has retired. He's no longer in your party, but he'll go into your legacy, and may play a part in future stories. Thifrig Era's daughter has reached adventuring age. Another woman for the Brotherhood. Again, not really a problem. Just not what I was expecting. Frifril Arid has joined the Bronze Brotherhood as a hunter. Let's give her through shot. And the years leading up to his retirement, Woan changed in small but significant ways. The stories he told became less exaggerated, more wistful and wise. Lessons is what they were. He spun those lessons to all young and old who wished to listen. Who benefited most from Woan's stories? Grifwil, Daglot, Storb, all who read his tales. So not his daughter. His daughter cannot benefit from this. In that case, I would guess Storm, who is his daughter's boyfriend, so... Another level on Storm's belt. I'll take it. The view's range increased by 1.6. Withdraw becomes a free action. Oh, that is nice. Why not? No, we don't need a wolf arm. Thank you. And I'm going to take a moment here to settle our upgrades, and I'll see you in a bit. Alright, I made a couple of small edits. I gave Daglop a better dagger, Fifwig a better spear, Geneva a better dagger, not a better bow, that was a mistake. I have upgraded Lute's axe and renamed it Dorgan's Final Breath. No real changes to Powder. Gave him better armor, that's something I did. Gave Storm the Heather Drab. And beyond that, that is about it. And while we're here, let's actually read through Frifril's backstory. Frifril challenged her older friends to hundreds of games as a girl. She rarely won, but this didn't seem to bother her. It was all a kind of exercise. Sitting in a treetop one summer evening, she observed the lights of a distant homes where happy families sung and laughed. That memory would haunt her long through her life. She held secret hope a man would find her, a man whose love could give meaning to the lonely hours. And with that, let's proceed into the next chapter. The Poison of Gleaming. In the canyon of his hatching, Kavan's enclave is a place of natural elegance. In ancient times, he says, he often rested there and wrestled his siblings, and waged his pleasures in the world. Get off your haunches, dragon! Winter is for cloud tasting. You can see a fine afternoon in the river valley. I was there 2 nights. Crisp evenings. Drift moss is thick clumped and burnable. The flight itself is fun. I know it's common for your kind to make an egg. Many eggs. Since I hatched, I've wondered whether you might make one. I'm asked this a lot. I do not expect common questions from you, Kavan, so that is why my neck scales are edge to edge. You're a death-destined species, and you'll leave me alone soon. The egg is immortality. Obviously, in my case, that meaning is truer. The demon Betrayal claims his bale all before dragon blood, that he believes too much in the stories he was told. No dragon has ever given life to another creature. Not because we can't, just... Can you? No. It does not surprise me. Poor Betrayal. I will tell you something, Thuvayn, because you are like a little brother. I do not wish for eggs. I can choose to grow them, or I can choose not to. I choose not to. Merkmet. But I wonder what I will do when you are dead. My true kin. I was the first of them to be slain. I remember that I fell on the spike of the Fenwalker. I filled my dying jaws with her. Don't imagine I didn't. But so I bled to sleep, and slept a long time. I can only think they followed me to their eggs, my siblings. That I am the first reborn is poetry, isn't it? Maybe it'll be the business of my life, then, when you're gone, to find them, and wake them, and... Yes, one day. There are other Draven I am sure you would take to, Thuvayn. Yarsar is a young knight. He is smart and honorable, and very funny. But today I am young enough to fly at your side, and now that the winter months are all constellated silver and star-like over the river, the Demon came here. Versal did? Did you not notice the chest? Have you ever seen so many rot and useless things, Pyarch? Well, I'll tell you, kid, it doesn't make much sense. Got some years on you, and I never heard of our Uncle Drav clutching after a gemstone, a coin piece, or even an ornate weapon. I hear you, but this woman says... All you have to do is come out to Minecraft with me. Ask others. Poor Mr. Blackstock lost everything. Didn't even have much for them to take on account of his second wife, from his farm down to the town proper. They slaughtered who stood against them, and rummaged and took most gleaming things they found. Hardly any meat, lots of heirlooms, gold, silver, and jewels. It's only the first such collection you can expect, mighty Thuvayn. Now you're older, it's time for your ascendancy. He's at an age with a sap-drinking civic, Vishal. He's still growing. Ascendancy sounds like a fair amount of effort. Also, ascendancy? It is easier when you're young. Your joints are soft, your mind is strong. Vishal, Dreven Vishal, now you invite human animosity. I have noticed your shoulders cold and bare since that time. I wonder if your bird simply refuses to return to one who has betrayed his own swearing. Unfair. Trava was a good bird. A cougar likely snagged him. But letting the past be the past, I fail to see how a box of earth brights, be they silver or sapphire, will serve Thuvayn. What good is 10 such boxes will be, or 20? Could 20 such boxes be found? Filled? It's a tall number for any militia to take on, certainly if they're veteran Draven. I thought the old warlord's death, that bonehead knight, was meant to prevent another thing like this. There's not really anyone else who can fight like them like we can. And we can, if we're all up to it. I'm not in the worst shape, could leave the beer behind. Give me a battle trade, I can learn. I'm not far past my prime. I've got hoeing hands, farm shoulders, country knowledge, peat in my heart. How long should he be held away from conflict, Thuvayn? It is better for prosperity that the dragon announces himself, rather than be found, skulking amongst his nesterings. The Dreven has aged to transparency, has he not? He hopes only to be around to bask in your glory. You are the sun before the dawn still. The day will be ever long, and there is no reason to rush your rising. Breathe in the starlight, hear the song of things, and gain wisdom. What does the sun fear? I don't wish to be a cringer. My nation should burn bright. +1 Draven calamity. A dragon has no use for hurry. My sister is right. Thuvayn, Pyarch, +1 health and armor. I'm sorry, I went with Vishal last time. I think we gotta go with Pyarch this time. I'm also uncertain that what all this treasure will yield me. I like its luster, but it's not as if I can sleep upon it. Would you prefer we capture mattresses, Great Kavan? Blankets and pillows and curtains for your fearsome den? Colorful curtains? The audacity of the Draven raids is never as high as it was that winter, or the fall that preceded it, but Draven warriors are hot with imagining, and their eagerness to plunder gleaming things for the new lord does not fully ebb. Pick it up, I guess. So the company is called again to arms. They must trace trails and topple outposts, trek stolen treasures to a distant canyon, and there a mythic maw awaits them. Let's see your swing. Alright, I give up. I was pretty sure you'd have fainted, or punched me, or just walked away by this point. I get it. Guess the thing left to do is decide your role. You'll have an aptitude like mine. I think you could be a mystic. Do you know which one, really your honest opinion, which one looks the best? But this is someone completely new. Other than, the previous comics. We are down a mystic. And we have not gained any new ones, so she can be a mystic. I only wish I'd begun to listen much earlier. And I guess, before I close out, Moldia. Moldia was born to country people during the lengthy peace that followed the 20-year Draven conflict. She had a quiet and practical upbringing. She was aware she was an ugly girl, her limbs and features ever failing to age in concert. She would always try different cuts to her hair, clothes, different strategies to disguise her awkwardness. The thing she wanted was love and romance, like in stories, and she grew up convinced that she was too ugly for it. Sturdy in her teenage years, she began a long and fairly aimless career as a farmhand, working first for a garrulous divorced old rancher before migrating around the territory, accumulating friends and experiences. It seemed life would pass and end this way for her, but when Draven raided her homeland, her family was burned, her former employers killed or put out of their homes, and many friends too. Moldia discovered stubborn fire in herself, and decided to do something ripening in her heart. So she rose to fight, and challenged all the sum of fate to correct her. Interesting. She's 47. Okay. Well, the Brotherhood is looking less and less like a brotherhood and more of a... I don't know. What's the mix of a fraternity and a sorority? I don't know. It's more co-ed than expected. But, that's okay. But this recording is going on long enough. So I'm going to have to say thank you ever so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like if you liked it. Don't if you didn't. My name is Tamtroll. This is Wildermyth, All the Bones of Summer, with the Bronze Brotherhood. And I will see you next time. Farewell.
Creatures lurking suffer worse than mange. No one knows what winter yet will bring.